Hello and welcome back to the 3-Star of the Valley series here on the Cradled in the Chains YouTube channel. This time we're playing Harrowing Woods, and this will be the last course where we're just using the initial 3 discs. First hole is an explorer shot, and you just need to manage to miss that rock, which catches a lot of discs. But if you miss the rock and bounce up towards the basket, you'll be golden. This was one of the first ones that I had to take more than one try to actually get 3-star. That first hole got me a couple of times. But the magic of editing, it looks like I got it on the first one. Hole 2 is another one that can be tricky. It's the Stonehenge hole. As long as you don't get stuck behind one of those rocks, you're golden. So you just want to get something up there and tap in the putt. You can get stuck behind a rock, which can be really tricky to manage. Hole 3, we're going to use an explorer, aim up high, and just let it fade down towards the basket nice and easy. This is a hole that when you ace run it, it can be easy to go long and OB. So I like to play it nice and safe on that hole. Just give it a little bit of height, let it drop right in there. Hole 4, this is another ace run hole, and I actually do give it a try here and miss, but I'm safe for the birdie still. Unlike any of my other videos, I'm actually going to include 2 playthroughs of this course. The second one will be in fast forward, but just to kind of show that there's 2 different ways to do it. And spoiler alert, I do ace that one in the other one. So hole 5 is a par 4. This is, like many of the par 4s, an eagle hole once you have distance drivers, and you can actually get a pretty good shot at it even without distance drivers. So I just threw a compass out there to the left, and it's under 40 meters to the basket, and you're nice and safe because there's just safe space behind the basket for a good ways before you hit the OB. So I almost missed the putt there, but luckily we get in for the birdie. So we're 5 for 5. Hole 6, par 4. This one's a little bit tricky because you have to get through that gap way up there. But when you're just playing for birdie, I just throw it out to the right. And as long as you don't end up directly behind a tree, you should be able to get it through the gap pretty easily here. I actually kind of mess up and throw it way high and hit the rock. So you want to remember to aim low. I got lucky and still skipped through, so it shows you don't have to be perfect to get 3 stars on these holes. And then I managed to get the putt in. And you'll notice that using that disc, I do aim a little bit out to the right because the putter is just fading to the left. I think in all the videos after this, you'll see me putting with a fuse, which is what most of the really good players do, and you'll have unlocked it by that point. Hole 7 is the Spider Tree hole, which is based off of a course in California. I think it's where they play the Wintertime Open every year. And you just want to get it up and in front. I don't like to go past because I know if I land in front of the basket that there's an opening on that side. So I just kind of aim for that spot all the time unless I'm going for an ace run. I do have some videos of skip acing that hole that I'll probably post at some point. Hole 8, it's a 2-shot hole. You got to get over that hill and under the branch, and then you are left with this. Which I just throw a putter up shot and get right up to the basket for a tap in. This hole can be a little bit treacherous because it's very tempting to run that for eagle, but if you miss, you can go long and into the pond. Hole 9, is a par 5, and this is one that when I first started playing the game was really challenging for me because it just looks like there's trees everywhere. But off your drive, you just want to get it to fade left, and you can either end up in that right gap or the left gap. Either one will work. And then I'm just going to throw a forehand so we get the fade to the right. And as long as your second shot ends up somewhere in this area, a little bit in front of that would be fine, you have a nice easy upshot to the basket. So I'm going to go forehand again, aim low so we get that turn, and then fade back towards the basket. And if you stick around to watch the second round on this course where I also 3-star it, and again, that's in fast forward. I'm not trying to make the video longer. I just thought you might like to see multiple ways to do it. I go the other route so you can see both ways to do it. And there you go. That's 9 for 9 on Harrowing Woods for the 3-star. The next video that I plan to post is actually going to be telling you what the rewards are for all of these courses, and then that will lead into a video where we have different discs. So beyond this point, you actually should have, if you've gone in order, some pretty good discs in your bag that we can go beyond just the explorer and the compass and the dagger, which I'm going to get rid of the dagger and you probably will never see it again on this channel. So again, this is in fast forward. We're just going through the holes. Starts out the same. Hole 4 here is where we see the difference. I do manage to get an ace, which was nice. So that kind of has me ahead of the game. But you will see that I do mess up a little bit later. So again, I just play the compass out, safe to the left. There's really no reason to push your luck and try to keep it near the water. Just play it nice and safe, and your second shot will be easy. Hole 6. I do manage to play this one a little bit better, despite kind of challenging that tree. I remember that I need to aim low, and I get it straight through the gap. When I do aim low, I do put it on a little bit more hyzer, so it'll go straight. Otherwise, it will get too much turn, and it'll go off to the right. There is hole 7 again. And again, I just aim short, so I know that I have that wide open side of the tree. It can be pretty jaily if you end up on the back side of the tree in certain spots. Hole 8 is going to be where I mess up. So this time I'm kind of behind that tree, and you can tell there by the way I moved left and right that I'm a little bit undecided, and I try to get it up there with a dagger, which is the same shot that I used in the last video, and I whiff. Luckily, I get the putt in for par, so technically I'm still 8 for 8 because I had the eagle hole-in-one earlier. And now we're playing the par 5 9th hole. And again, I said that I would play the other gap this time, and I did. So I aim high, so I know that I'm going to fade around that corner. And I'm kind of next to the tree, but I'm just far enough out that it's not going to be a big issue. If you do find yourself in the trees, it is possible to aim really low and still have a good shot up towards the basket. Thanks for watching.